It's sad but true. But content today, you must have realized that if you have a wow post or wow content with an okay hook, uh, will always uh, be outperformed by an okay post which has a wow hook. Uh, it's just the times that we are living in. So let's talk about hooks. While I have spoken a few times about uh, hooks, I've never actually gone into some details about it. So let's do that, shall we? Especially as solo and small business owners, understanding how we can captivate the attention of our prospective customers becomes paramount to us because we are always uh, in the search, in the hunt to do better, right? So, with that, let me welcome you all. My name is Amit Suvarna. I'm an organic marketing strategist and coach for solo and small business owners. And I talk about organic marketing on most weekdays at 10 a.m. So, join me for the ride. Subscribe, like, follow, do those beautiful things, right? So, let's today talk about hook, line, and sinker, reeling in success with killer content hooks. So, first of all, what's a hook? A hook is an attention grabbing, context setting, topic introducing element of your content. Uh, it it is what makes people pause the endless scroll. And you know this that you have less than 2 seconds to make an impact and stop that scroll from happening. So, which is why a hook is very important. Otherwise, you'll just not get noticed. In fact, a lot of creators, including some of the ones that I highly respect, say Mr. Beast, they will not release a video or a piece of content without ensuring that the titles, thumbnails for YouTube, those are the hooks, are amazing or perfect. So I reckon that we should try to do the same with our content. Uh, Now, I also want to just touch upon the fact that hooks are not about being clickbaity. Now, a clickbait is something where you say something but you don't deliver on the promise that you are baiting people, right? Hooks aim to deliver on that promise. So, whenever you're using a hook, if you deliver on that promise, it's called a hook. If you don't deliver on that promise, it's clickbait. So that's the difference over there. That said, let's talk about a couple of types of hooks. Um, at the primary level, what you and I have seen a lot of this, but I'm sure you've seen this too. Number one is about credibility. Now, credibility, if you're already an authority figure, you've established trust, you can use this very easily. Now, where does credibility stem from? Credibility stems from you spending a lot of time in the industry, in the skill, in the craft that you have been honing for a while. Credibility comes from you achieving stuff. Being able to use credibility as a hook is by far the most powerful of the lot, because if you have achieved it, then if you put it in those words as a hook, you will gain more attention. So let me just say out a couple of hooks that I thought, if as an uh, from a credibility standpoint, if I were to use a hook, how would I use it? So it would be something like, as a 10-year marketing veteran, here's how I cracked the code on lead generation. I have spent over a decade in marketing, so I can safely say that. Um, I have analyzed 100 plus successful campaigns so that you don't have to. Here's a lowdown on how you can expand your business using ads or something else, using your websites, right? Another one could be, uh, Fortune 500 companies use this branding technique to be successful. Here's how you can use them too. Now, in the third one, I am projecting credibility, or rather borrowing credibility from Fortune 500 companies. It's not my own credibility. You can do that too if you are not in a space where you're comfortable uh, with where you have reached, or you feel that there is a little while to go for you to actually collect those credibility points, right? So that was number one, about credibility. Number two is about fear, loss aversion, and negativity bias. Fear is a very powerful motivator. Hmm. In fact, a lot of fear prompts action, which is uh, something that you and I both have experienced, right? FOMO is a kind of loss aversion. So, um, if you can, if you know your audience well, you know what fears keep them awake at night. We can use these to create hooks. Let me give you a couple of examples. Um, don't let these 5 common marketing mistakes sink your small business. Learn how to avoid them. Um, are you unknowingly sabotaging your online presence? Discover the hidden pitfalls. Is your competition outsmarting you? Here's how you can regain the competitive edge. So, these are coming from a position of showing that doubt, seeding that lack, and that's how you can create hooks using fear. Moving on to number three is using inspiration. It is positivity, but you infuse it with, um, envy is another very interesting motivator. We want what we don't have. Uh, so, using inspiration to get your audiences to take action, especially when you know you are in a place where they want to reach. So, some inspiration hooks may sound like, um, discover how X company made it big from a struggling startup to an industry leader. How X company doubled their revenue in just 1 year. Learn their game changing strategy. How I made $50,000 in 6 months, going from zero to hero in 6 months, right? Uh, Unlock secrets of successful entrepreneurs and propel your business towards greatness. While this is a statement, it can also be used as a hook, right? So that was inspiration, using positivity with a tinge of envy. And number four is curiosity. This is dopamine inducing hooks. We are geared towards curiosity as children, till education robs that from us. Um, but Curiosity is something that gets your brain buzzing, and people can't help but try to find out what's more, what's next, right? um, so open loops, strong action verbs, or like a big reveal of shocking truths to pique interest and curiosity. Some of them are, let me just give you a couple of them. Surprising truth about doubling your website traffic that most marketers miss. You want to know what's next, right? 80% of businesses fail within the first year. Avoid these critical missteps. Now, this is also part of fear, right? You want to avoid that. The third one would be something like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but your social media strategy is most likely outdated and flawed. It immediately pikes your interest. Okay, are they telling the truth? Should we just check this out? Right? So, those were hooks. Let me just give a quick recap of the four that are there. I'm sure there are many more, but these are the top four that I have seen being used consistently. And I'm also getting into the habit of using these hooks. I'm not a master by any sense of the term. I am a practitioner at best. Mastery is something that I aim for. Uh, so let's do a quick recap. Hook is an attention grabbing, context setting, topic introducing element that you can use in your content. We spoke about a couple of hooks, starting with credibility, which is about establishing trust and authority. Uh, this works especially if you are a credible professional in your field. This could come in terms of the number of years that you have spent in the business, achievements that have been accrued over the years. Um, you can also use this by borrowing credibility from people or organizations, institutions, interests that have already credibility. So, as I gave you an example, branding techniques of top 500, uh, branding techniques of the top Fortune 500 companies, right? Second is about fear. This is about loss aversion and negativity bias. People don't want to lose stuff. They are motivated by not having stuff over like getting a desirable end goal. So fear rules from that perspective. Third one is about inspiration. You inspire your audience, but you're also giving them a tinge of envy. And the last one is about curiosity. Dopamine inducing hook, where you want to know how did they do that. So, guys, go for it. If you have any more of these hooks, please sound them in the comments. I would really like to learn more. Um, and that's that for today. I hope you had a valuable session, and I want you to try this out as I will try out soon in the near future. You have a great day. I will see you tomorrow.